My name's Lauren and I'm a design student from the Glasgow School of Art. I've come down today to take part in a workshop which has been put on by the RSA as I've been selected as part of the final 8 now for a nomination process.
So the workshop we're holding today relates directly to the Independence Days project, which is a student design awards brief that forms part of our wider student awards programme here at the RSA.
Well, the product is for a condition called freezing, which is within Parkinson's. It's a condition where a sufferer may essentially become paralysed from the waist down. And I found out that using rhythm is a very good way to overcome this.
Increasingly, the student awards programme that we run here at the RSA sets challenges for young professional designers in training to apply their skills to difficult social issues. And this one, Independence Days in particular, students were asked to look at people living with particular long-term conditions and to think about how they might impact on the quality of life of those people, how their quality of life might be improved, how their autonomy might be increased, and generally how their ability to live independent lives could be made more possible. I think importantly we wanted them to think more about how design could provide the means to increase the confidence, the aspirations, the participation and the self-reliance, I think, as well, of people who were living with long-term conditions.
Well, I chose Parkinson's because my grandfather has it, and I'd never heard of the condition, and I went to do some research on Parkinson's as a whole just to see what I could find. And the main mentor in Nottingham, where I went, had the condition, and I went to his house, and he showed me all kinds of products he had to overcome it, and he hated every single one of them. So I thought, right, here's an opportunity to do something better, and here we are.
I think what was interesting was all these, all the conditions, they were all quite different, so that was really refreshing to see in a finalist list of 8 that we had everything ranging from multiple sclerosis and Parkinson's disease to visual impairment, autism, encephalitis, Crohn's disease. So there was quite a range there for us to work with.
The group I've been in this morning is looking at a device for people with mobility problems with Parkinson's disease. So I think, from having assessed people with Parkinson's disease and knowing some of the problems that they experience, such as freezing, it was very good to be able to give some practical ideas about these devices, how they might carry them, how they might use them in a home setting or out in the public. So I think that was what I felt was a really good opportunity.
So this workshop is bringing together those 8 finalists with a group of experts who are experts in different ways. Some are experts because they actually have one of the conditions that the students are looking at as part of a response to this brief. Others are medical experts, occupational therapists, people who are working for health and social care organisations, and we're bringing them all together so the experts can look at where the students have got to with their projects and offer them insights, first-hand insights, to help them develop it to the next stage.
I bought a kind of a hidden yet glamorous ankle foot orthosis for MS sufferers, whereby they can have support of their feet and ankles.
I thought it was a really good idea. I think I would definitely sort of benefit from it. It wouldn't replace my crutches because I have balance issues, but the thing about MS is that it's different for different people, so I think it would be very dependent on the person's own individual needs. But I think it was a really useful session. There were lots of ideas flying around, and I hope it helped Gabriel with his future project.
Having these 2 people, one who has multiple sclerosis and one who's an occupational therapist, kind of gave me an insight into worlds I hadn't been able to research into quite so far. They kind of gave me a lot of kind of realistic insight into how this could actually work and how it could be marketed. It was very useful.
I would say it's definitely one of my bugbears. I think that users should really be involved in the design process. I think people who are living with long-term health conditions actually become experts of their own condition, living with the condition, as well as finding ways around finding solutions to the challenges they face in day-to-day life. And I think quite often people who aren't, until they're in that position, they won't necessarily come up with those ideas. So I think designers really do need to have conversations with, I know people refer to as users, but I like to call them people. Yeah.
It's very daunting. You almost get the shutters on your own project, and you've done a lot of research and you think you have a lifetime's experience as you're so involved with it, but it's always daunting trying to tell someone maybe with the condition or an expert where and why you made decisions months ago. So it's justifying my actions really for the benefit.
Yeah, definitely. I think you get into the routine of being in your own little cocoon, sat in a room and milling over your idea, but it just takes sitting with a couple of people to maybe put across other ideas and state the obvious sometimes. Have you thought about this? Have you maybe considered that? And really open up the project into, like we found today, other markets that it could slip into. So I found it really helpful.
Are those the light bulb moments for you where it's
yeah, eureka moments.